What's going on, everybody? It's your boy G, and yeah, we still taking viewers' requests. Today we are working on Jay Z featuring Eminem, Renegade. Uh, this was from at Big Surge 82. Uh, so it's funny because I was actually thinking about putting this song up last week, but I'd rather hit up the other ones that you guys had suggested first. So that's where we at today. Uh, Once again, thank you guys for the love, the suggestions, the subs, the comments, thumbs up. Appreciate it all. Slowly growing, but we are growing. So without y'all, again, there's no me. Without no me, there's no channel. So again, thank y'all. I think I'm gonna start putting the MVVs, most valuable viewers, up here when y'all request songs, either up here or back there. One of these plain walls so we get some decor or some posters or pictures up there. But yeah, cause that's what we're gonna do, just for the time being. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's get into the song. I haven't heard this one in a minute. I know it's a classic. I know this is one of those songs that uh, actually allowed Eminem to be allowed in the game, and people are actually recognizing him supposedly a little more because at this moment in time, this one Jay Z was running the game. He had everything on lock. He had his hands on everything, features, hottest albums. So this was one of the hottest albums out too. I remember this CD at the time. Do I remember every song at the moment? Hell nah. But that's what we're here for. We're out here to check everything out once again, relive it, re-listen to it. I'm telling you, I'm doing all this like it's the first time because, again, I haven't heard all this in a long time. But yeah, big shout out to at Big Surge 82. Appreciate it, brother. Like I said, I'll have this one on my playlist that I want to share with y'all anyways. But yeah, let's run this. Here we go. I always want to know, was is this is this a shady beat? Because it really sounds like a shady beat with the strings and whatnot. My bad, my bad. Got caught up. Got caught up.
Motherfuckers say that I'm foolish. I only talk about Jews. Do you fools listen to music or do you just skim through it? See, I'm influenced by the ghetto you ruined. The same dude you gave nothing. I made something doing what I do through and through. And I give you the news with a twist is just his ghetto point of view. The renegade, you've been afraid. I penetrate pop culture, bring them a lot closer to the block where they pop toasters and they live with their moms. Got drop roasters from botch robberies. Niggas crotched over. Mommy's knocked up cause she wasn't watched over. Knocked down by some clown when child support knocked. No, he's not around. Now how that sound till you jot it down?
Now we know that those little words are deep. That was deep. Again, I it's been so long. It's like the first time. I swear. I'm bringing it back.
These niggas crotched over. Mommy's knocked up cause she wasn't watched over. Knocked down by some clown when child support knocked. No, he's not around. Now how that sound till you jot it down? I bring you through the ghetto without riding round. Hiding down, ducking strays from frustrated youth stuck in their ways. Just read a magazine that fucked up my day. How you rate music that thugs with nothing relate to it? I help them see they way through it, not you.
Hold up. He's talking about a magazine. He's either talking about Double XL or Source. And more likely it's going to be the Source. So everybody that was in the game always complained about the Source's rating on if they got the 5 mics, 1 mic, 3 mics. They always thought it was never fair. And I'm not going to say any names, but they know who's behind the Source.
Frustrated youth stuck in their ways. Just read a magazine that fucked up my day. How you rate music that thugs with nothing relate to it? I help them see they way through it, not you. Can't step in my pants, can't walk in my shoes. Bet everything you worth, you lose your tie and your shirt.
Since I'm in a position to talk to these kids and they listen, I ain't no politician, but I'll kick it with them a minute. Cause see, they call me a menace. And if the shoe fits, I wear it. But if it don't, then y'all will swallow the truth, grin and bear it. Now who's the king of these rude?
You heard what he said, right? But if it don't, y'all better swallow it. And that's harder to do than someone, just put on a shoe and wear it.
And I ain't no politician, but I'll kick it with them a minute. Cause see, they call me a menace. And if the shoe fits, I wear it. But if it don't, then y'all will.
He's gonna own up to it. That's what I'm talking about, Em. Own up to your shit.
With them a minute, cause see they call me a menace. And if the shoe fits, I wear it. But if it don't, then y'all will swallow the truth, grin and bear it. Now who's the king of these rude, ludicrous, lucrative lyrics? Who could inherit the title? Put the youth in hysterics, using his music to steer it, sharing his views and his merits. But there's a huge interference, they're saying you shouldn't hear it. Maybe it's hatred I spew, maybe it's food for the spirit. Maybe it's beautiful music I made for you to just cherish. But I'm debated, disputed, hated, and viewed in America as a motherfucking drug addict. Like you didn't experiment, nah. That's when you start to stare at who's.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge one when you got a past of your own. See, M's lyrics, I swear, like they hit on a whole different level, and that's why he's in my top tier GOATs. Just because, especially when he first came out, what he was saying was just raw, pure, uncut. A lot of the shit he was saying, nobody wanted to hear, especially the parents. Parents heard it, and they heard their kid listening to that, they want to X him out right away. But how can you censor what's facts? You know what I'm saying? That's been like the biggest scrutiny he always dealt with for his whole career. And you'll go, bro.
It's beautiful music I made for you to just cherish, but I'm debated, disputed, hated.
And then you take it as it's either gonna be beautiful music, it's gonna be a negative message. It's how you take it. One words to one person may mean something totally different to the next. And I'm learning that more and more as I'm doing these reactions. Honestly, from people's comments, I see how some of these songs, some of these band members, they're fans. Like they relate to them for a reason. And M's fans, the stands, there's reasons. They're not all crazy. They're not all suburban kids. It's everybody. All walks of life. And like I said, music is so beautiful because all walks of life, and we come together and we somehow unify by a few words, by a beat, by a rhythm, whatever the case may be. And usually it's the artist that brings everybody together. Man, y'all need to stop sleeping on them. Leave the man alone.
In America as a motherfucking drug addict, like you didn't experiment, nah. That's when you start to stare at who's in the mirror and see yourself as a kid again.
Right.
And you get embarrassed, then I got nothing to do but make you look stupid as parents. You fucking do good. It's too bad you couldn't do good at marriage. And do you have any clue what I had to do to get here? I don't think you do, so stay tuned and keep your ears glued to the stereo, cause here we go. He's chicken, and I'm the sinister Mr. Kiss my ass is just a renegade. Never been afraid to say what's on my mind at any given time of day, cause I'm a renegade. Never been afraid to talk about anything. Renegade.
Never been afraid to say what's on my mind at any given time of day, cause I'm a renegade. Never been afraid to holler about anything.
That's crazy, because I never thought about what they're saying even in the hook. You're a renegade. You're an outcast because you are speaking your mind. You're not afraid to say how you feel. You're not afraid to speak on facts. You're not just a yes man out there. That's crazy. I'm telling you, damn. All these years, I swear to God.
Never been afraid to holler about anything. I had to hustle, my back to the wall, ashy knuckles, pockets filled with a lot of lint, not a cent, got a vent, lot of innocent lives lost on the project bench. What you hollering? Gotta pay rent, bring dollars in. Vital bodega, iron under my coat, feeling braver. Do rag, rapping my waves, a pockets full of hope. Do not step to me, I'm awkward. I box lefty, or orphan. My pops left me an orphan. My mama wasn't home.
Right.
Could not stress to me, I wasn't grown. Especially on nights I brought something home to quiet the stomach rumblings. My demeanor, 30 years my senior. My childhood didn't mean much. Only raising green up. Raising my fingers to critics. Raising my head to the sky. Big, I did it multi before I died. No lie, just know I chose my own fate. I drove by the fork in the road and went straight.
See, I'm a poet to some, a regular modern day Shakespeare. Jesus Christ, the king of these Latter-day Saints here. To shatter the picture in which of that is they paint me as a monger of hate and Satan, a scatterbrained atheist. But that ain't the case. See, it's a matter of taste.
Oh man, this shit hits so different. That's crazy. That's crazy. I gotta run that back, y'all. Sorry.
Before I die, no lie, just know I chose my own fate. I drove by the fork in the road and went straight.
See, I'm a poet to
He didn't take nobody else's path. He made his own path. Come on, y'all. Y'all look in between the lines. Even Jay, back in this time, Jay was, like I said, Jay was on fire. Don't get me wrong, Jay had, I don't want to say had, but he had, because he ain't putting out nothing like that like he used to. But Jay had them bars. Jay had them bars, and like again, there's shit that he put out there that a lot of people could relate to, especially with him and Beanie Siegel Beans. Like that was like one of my first songs that I ever put on for y'all, so y'all could check out Where Have You Been on the Dynasty CD. Like two grown ass men just spitting how they feel, you know what I mean? Like that's the thing about this song and a lot of shit, my opinion, back in the day, just raw, pure emotions. Like words that actually meant something. It wasn't just words just bouncing around, make it rhyme, syllables stacking just to stack and just to make a song. Like these are guys telling a story right now, telling about experiences right now. Emmett's talking about how he was scrutinized by the parents and whatnot, and to this day, he still kind of is. Not as bad like he used to be, but yeah, back in the day when he first came out, I remember protests, people breaking his CDs, trying to ban them from like the Walmarts and all that, from trying to sell the CDs and getting rid of his posters, people burning his posters and stuff. I don't want to say people, it was more parents doing it. And communities, certain communities doing it and whatnot. And it's crazy because this dude is literally loved throughout the whole freaking world. It's crazy. But yeah, even in here, he's still saying like he was considered Antichrist. You know? And to this day, he calls himself Antichrist. But he ain't.
Raising my head to the sky, big, I did it multi before I died. No lie, just know I chose my own fate. I drove by the fork in the road and went straight.
See, I'm a poet to some, a regular modern day Shakespeare. Jesus Christ, the king of these Latter-day Saints here. To shatter the picture in which of that is they paint me as a monger of hate and Satan, a scatterbrained atheist. But that ain't the case. See, it's a matter of taste. We as the people decide if Shady is as bad as they say he is, or is he the latter, a gateway to escape, merely a scapegoat. They can be mad at today. See, it's as easy as cake, simple as whistling Dixie.
See, he's pointing all the facts out. Is he just a scapegoat? Is he the person to point to and blame the problems and everything on? Because that's what they're doing, and that's the reason he hides pretty much a sheltered life. Even out when he's doing out concerts and whatnot, he still shelters himself by wearing a hat with a hoodie. You're still sheltering yourself. He can't trust nobody. Who can you trust if everyone's talking bad about you one way or another? You know what I'm saying? Like, and bro, you go, bro.
They can be mad at today. See, it's as easy as cake, simple as whistling Dixie. While I'm waving the pistol and 60 Christians against me. Go to war with the Mormons, take a bath with the Catholics in holy water. No wonder they try to hold me under longer. I'm a motherfucking spiteful, delightful, eyeful, the new Ice Cube. Motherfuckers hate to like you. What did I do? I'm just a kid from the gutter making his butter off these bloodsuckers. Cause I'm a motherfucking renegade. Never been afraid to say what's on my mind at any
what's on my mind at any given time of day. Cause I'm a renegade. Never been afraid to holler about anything. Anything. Renegade.
Never been afraid to say what's on my mind at any given time of day. Cause I'm a renegade. Never been afraid to talk about anything.
Anything.
Renegade.
Never been afraid to say what's on my mind at any given time of day. Cause I'm a renegade. Never been afraid to holler about anything.
Anything.
Yeah, that sounds like a shady beat. Yeah, that sounded like a shady beat or aftermath beat, like a Dre beat. But damn, yeah. Again, this was one of my favorite songs when it first came out. Honestly, this was that shit. But again, you're listening to songs. For the most part, you're just listening to the beats. You're listening to a few little lines, little bars, little lyric that might catch your ear. You know what I mean? And that's gonna catch the vibe on you. Don't get me wrong, I'm guilty of that shit all day. All day I'm guilty of it. But again, as I'm going through this again and listening to y'all requests and y'all sending me new things, old things, it's crazy. I never pay attention to the topics they're speaking upon, how they're, just talking about what they've been through and all this stuff. No matter what genre it is, whether it's the rock or it's the rap, like it's so unique. It's like opening a fresh book, reading the page all over again for the first time, like just brand spanking new to me. And again, this song's pretty freaking old because I was in high school, easily high school, when this song came out. Because I remember we bought the CD, went straight to my buddy's crib, and played it. So I remember we were in high school. But yeah, like, this is one of them. This is one of M's. I'll say even Jay's. This is one of their hits. Like, this is both of their top hits. Hopefully y'all heard this before. If there's anything on the song that you notice or you known about, whether it's production, lyrics, meanings, feel free to let me know below. Seriously, like, again, this is one of them songs that just hit. And again, now it hits even different, just like I said, just listening to it as an adult now. Way more mature than what I was. But yeah, I'm telling you, big shout out to at Big Surge 82. Like I said, I'm gonna put the name either right here during the video or back there. That way y'all there for the whole for the whole thing. But yeah, this is fun. That we still rolling. We still doing viewers recommendations. We still gonna I'm still gonna put out the other new music that I just released. I'm still putting out stuff that I like. Again, this is one of those that I like, and it's funny. Like I said, I was gonna do it on one of my first ever reactions, but I ended up choosing the other one just cause that one, the other one was a little more heartfelt for me. And if you haven't heard it, go check it out. It's Jay-Z with Benny Siegel, my reaction. Some deep shit. But yeah, thank you guys again for the subs, the likes, the comments, the suggestions. I'm telling you, I'm having a ball with this. I'm having a ball. And yeah, the more y'all comment, the more y'all liking, the more y'all subbing, the more I'm going to keep doing this. Like, literally, I'm going to keep doing this. Let me know what other Jay-Z song I should check out, what other Eminem song I should check out, whether it's together, whether it's their solos, with other features. Y'all let me know. Whew. It's fun. And I'm just getting warmed up right now, y'all. This is fun. But till next time, y'all, Y'all be cool. Y'all be smooth. I'm gone. I'll holla at y'all. Let's go.